Hello everyone, Varun here from Phone Arena, and we have a lot of interesting PC content coming up on Phone Arena. So in that series, it's been an amazing year for the last, for PC gaming, and the whole world, the COVID situation made things worse on one side. But the good side of that is that the PC market is finally growing again after a really long time.
Yeah, we made a lot of significant improvements in performance across a lot of components.
GPUs, and one of the most interesting announcements of 2020 was the NVIDIA RTX 30 series launch, along with the AMD 6000 series graphics cards, and also the Ryzen CPUs from AMD. And in early 2021, even Intel announced their 11th gen CPUs as well. So, but these two, if you're into gaming, you might be having your eyes on this too. We tried really hard for a really long time to get hold of these products. So do hit the thumbs up button if you appreciate it. So this is the RTX 3070 Founders Edition graphics card, right? Sold by NVIDIA directly, manufactured by NVIDIA and sold by NVIDIA. And this is also reference AMD Radeon RX 800 OEM card. So both kind of compete in a way.
Yeah. Although this is a little more expensive
and also more capable.
Yes, more capable.
So the RTX 3070. I've been using this card for a while now. So the RTX 3070 is it was the entry level series of the RTX 30 series until the 3060 Ti was announced.
And the 3060 also, which was announced recently.
So this is basically one of the best cards, bang for the buck, you can get. If you can get it. So that's the if, right? So it's been the availability is, we'll talk about that later in this video, but first let's talk about the performance, right? So this is the RTX 3070. It's mainly aimed for QHD gaming or 1440p, 2560 by 1440 resolution gaming, or even using a PC for that resolution. It's a really compact card. And it's really powerful, but you do need a 650 watts of power. That's
the recommended power supply.
So, and uses a proprietary cable and all that. So let's actually take a look at the card here. So it's a kind of heavy, chunky card, and you have
a lot of cooling on it.
A lot of cooling, and I've been using some. I think we might have unboxed a Zotac 3070 as well. So that's a fairly less heavy card. Less expensive also compared to the Founders Edition. But the prices are really messed up right now. So the Founders Edition is actually cheaper in India than the OEM cards right now.
Yes.
So this one, the MRP is 44,500.
Yes, it's supposed to be at 44,500.
No, this sells only at this price because it's a NVIDIA official product sold by Arpitech in India, and we managed to get hold of one for this price. But the 3070, the OEM editions are going anywhere from some 60,000 to almost 80,000 for triple fan cards. So we can talk about those prices and availability in a separate video altogether. But it's 4 display ports on the back.
So 3 display ports and 1 HDMI.
4 outs you can get from here.
And this will be HDMI 2.1 capable.
So you can actually it supports 4K. We did try it on 4K, but it's recommended for either HD or QHD gaming. So, and I connected 3 monitors to this, and flawless performance, runs really cool. And I've been enjoying gaming on this mainly. I've been doing a lot of Flight Sim and Call of Duty and CSGO, and it's been fun to have this card. And so it uses a new proprietary 12-pin connector for the power. So you'll have to use the one included in the box along with this.
It does come with an adapter for a 12-pin to dual 8-pin. So dual 8-pin. So you'll be able to connect your power supply to it for now.
Single 8-pin. So it's a single 8-pin to a 12-pin.
Right. Sorry.
For the 3080 or 3090, you'll have a dual 8. So this is a single.
The board power for this is 250 watts. So for that's why they recommend a 650 watt power supply for this.
So it's an amazing card. If you can get hold of one, it's probably one of the best value for money cards, the 3070. If you are into QHD gaming, but if you're looking at 4K, then you'll have to. That's when the AMD RX 6800 kicks in.
This can perform at 4K.
But so NVIDIA drivers are better. Even today I saw a notification saying a new driver update has released. These guys keep pushing out updates crazy.
They send out game ready drivers as soon as new games come out.
I think there are some new games coming, and so overall I really love the 3070. So this is the kind of the Founders Edition card, and this is the box it ships in, really black, and it says made by NVIDIA Singapore. And it says, so it's capable of utilizing PCI Gen 4 on your motherboard, and you need a 650 watt power supply, and it's a 2-slot card, will take up 2 slots on your cabinet, and you need the Windows 10 minimum, Windows 10 and 2 gigs of disk space, and yeah, so you get a 3-year warranty from NVIDIA for this card in India. So that's the warranty situation. So most games, I mean, I've had very good experience gaming on this card.
According to NVIDIA, this card is supposed to perform better than the 2080 Ti, which was the top-end card from the 20 series, RTX 20 series. So this should definitely be able to perform better in a lot of games. And especially in ray tracing games, this does have the 2nd generation RT cores and the 10
over 5,000 CUDA cores as well.
Cores, yes. So it will perform better in ray
tracing
games too.
GDDR6 memory,
GDDR6
if I'm right.
Yes, it has 8 gigs of GDDR6 memory, which is why it is targeted towards 1440p gaming.
Yeah. So the only letdown on this card, I would say, it's just too less of VRAM, right?
For 3070, I feel like it should have at least
even when I didn't feel bad until the 3060 Ti came out.
Yeah, which
also has 8 gigs of memory, and we've been using that card as well. You've also been using it. That card is, makes this card look a little lame.
Yeah.
If you actually are spending for a 3070, you might as well splurge and get the 3080, which again is not available, which is another question. But yeah, so the 3060 Ti also has 8 gigs of VRAM, and the 3070 also has 8 gigs of VRAM, which makes it a little confusing, the situation.
Yeah.
But still, I would say if you have a capable CPU and a capable power supply, and you have a PCIe 4 compatible motherboard, 3070 is a great card.
It's future proof. It's gonna have this performance is gonna be good.
I've been using even demanding games like Flight Simulator as well, and it doesn't. And some people might be interested in putting one of these cards in a legacy system. I actually tried it. I have an old rig running on an Intel 6700K based processor, and it's running on an Asus Maximus 8 Hero board, and this runs like a champ. The processor is a bottleneck.
Yeah, it will be.
So that's the reason I ended up trying a rig with AMD 5800, and also managed to get a 5950 as well, which is again super rare to get, and thanks to AMD for sending this over to us. And we'll be talking about this in the later on. This is a 5950, the top of the line processor from AMD. So so if you don't have a CPU bottleneck, the RTX 3070 runs beautifully well. But what I think what I'm curious to hear from you is, how does the 16 gigs of VRAM on the AMD card, especially considering it's also the entry level card in the new AMD Radeon
so they
series.
Also announced 3 cards along similar to the 30 series, the 6800, which is this one, 6800 XT, and the 6900 XT, which is supposed to be a competitor for the 3090. So this card is a little more expensive than this card. But it does come with literally twice the amount of RAM, GDDR6, 16 GB of GDDR6 memory. So it should be capable, more than capable enough for.
It's also heavier as well.
Yes, and it does the OEM comes with a triple fan design.
Yeah, and you also have two. It's a power hungry card.
Yes.
So you need 2 8-pin connectors, and it's not a proprietary connector, and you don't get a connector in the box as well. But but what I'm curious here is that there is a USB-C port along with the display port and the HDMI.
So that I believe is for VR. So when you have a VR headset, a lot of the new VR headsets have
heavy.
They have a single USB-C connection which can be connected to this one. So it's easier for you, a single cable connection for VR.
And also the Radeon logo on this one also glows red, am I right?
Does it not go?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. It's a little cooler over here.
Yeah, so if you I think RGB makes the system faster.
Yeah.
Or red, if you need more red, then the Radeon makes a lot of sense. But what I'm also interested to find out, if the AMD cards have generally been on powerful Mac computers in the past, right? You have Mac Pros use Radeon cards.
True.
So I'm just curious if applications like say Adobe Final Cut can't run on a PC, but say Adobe Premiere Pro or Photoshop, does it run better on a AMD Radeon card than on an NVIDIA?
Well, historically, NVIDIA has had better drivers and they have better optimizations from Adobe especially. But this does have a lot of raw performance in it. So it should be able to handle the same workloads better or at least on par.
Yeah, so if you compare the pricing though, right now the pricing is messed up, but the retail price was 44,500. This was about 50,000.
55,000 you can get them.
Yeah, so that was the MRP when it got launched, but both are selling for much more now. So you can't get a 3070 for less than 65,000 now.
Yeah.
Whereas this is available for around 65 also right now.
Yeah.
So they are weren't competing initially, but now they're actually competing.
That's due to the supply issues.
So, but yeah, again, most gamers would prefer NVIDIA mainly to the driver support.
Yeah.
But then I've been trying the Radeon 6800 as well. And I did see that their in-game capture suite and all the software changes.
They are slowly catching up.
It's pretty powerful. I think some things are even better than NVIDIA GeForce Experience software. Like I could actually set shortcuts for capturing screenshots and kind of record gameplay video, do streaming, and all those things. Like you have built-in, like for instance, on an NVIDIA card, you need to use a third-party software like Riva Tuner or something to get your GPU statistics on the screen.
Right.
Whereas AMD is trying as it built in. So I could see the GPU. FPS NVIDIA does show it to you, but it does show you better the GPU, CPU speed, utilization, and all that on your game screen, and also you can do a lot of customization and game tuning from the AMD Radeon graphics card software as well, which is a download. And surprisingly, they also kind of released a new update now. I think February 2021, there's a new update I got for this card as well. What I find different between NVIDIA and Radeon in terms of the software experience is that NVIDIA forces you to get the latest drivers all the time, right? Yeah,
they will.
Radeon, though, showed me that gave me two options. One was an optional update and one was a mandatory update. So I could not want to, if I want, I cannot install the optional one, but I wanted to be the latest build, so I just installed it anyway.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I saw in terms of the difference. But yeah, the in-game settings and all those things were like interesting to see AMD do this.
Finally.
And even your system configuration and all your processor details and RAM and other component details are also visible very well within the but it did also trigger some errors within some games.
So that happens every now and then. So, They still have a lot of work. It is still early in their life cycle, so
but yeah, it's good to see AMD come back into the whole GPU race. It's going to be fun to see how these to perform real world in games and other applications. So if you guys have any questions about these two cards, feel free to ask us in the comments and we'll try to answer it. Anything else you want to add, Milan, about these cards?
I think just one last thing would be the future of gaming, I would say, ray tracing. This card will not, it is compatible with ray tracing. AMD for the first time, they didn't have it last generation. This generation is when they brought in support for ray tracing. But this would be better because this is already in the second generation. But for rasterization performance, I would expect this to be really good compared to the 3070. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, so that's some interesting bit of info. So yeah, so ray tracing and all the latest cool stuff is usually optimized for NVIDIA cards.
Yeah, for now.
But I think AMD is also catch up.
They're catching up really fast.
So and looking at how the AMD CPU, CPUs are shaking the market. There's no reason why game publishers should ignore the the RX Radeon series from AMD, and AMD will definitely get that. So it's an amazing time to be a consumer, right?
A gamer.
A gamer, consumer. And the PC market as such is amazing. 2020, I think after 5 years I've been upgrading my system.
Long time.
So 2015 was the last time I kind of upgraded my system, bought a lot of new parts. 2020, 2021 is the best time, other than the availability, of course. We'll talk about that in a separate video to tell you why this is happening and why there's so much demand and why there's so short of supply. So, but in case you get rid of any one of these, just buy it. If you're getting a good price for it, we would recommend.
Don't overspend.
Don't overspend. If you're getting a reasonable price, you can definitely consider both of these cards. And I would vote for the NVIDIA card.
Jury's still out on me. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, both are great cards in their own right. And what do you think? Which one would you pick? The RTX 3070 or the AMD Radeon RX 6800? Let us know in the comments.
I would say that this one has a better design.
Yeah, but it's too big.
Sure, fine.
So, alright guys, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Do the thumbs up button if you like this video, and do hit the subscribe button as well. Lots more PC content. I mean, a lot of PC content is on the way. We're going to be talking about PCIe Gen 4 SSDs. We're going to be talking about the latest Ryzen CPUs, the Ryzen 7, Ryzen 9, and also the upcoming Intel processors as well.
I'm really excited
so
about that.
So looking forward to that. And yes, see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.